in regards to changing your life when inactive, I know you mentioned some things, but looking at your page, I see a lot of the Ninja Spartan races. I have never partook in one of them, but I'm very interested. Fill me
Yeah.
in on what that's all about.
So,
I
when
see
I
the
was,
medals in the back.
oh yeah, there they are. Some
Yeah,
medals in the
yeah,
back. So it's like it's this thing. So when I was growing up, every 7, 8-year-old boy, superheroes, ninjas, like dinosaurs, they're all into like these things. But I could never take martial arts because I was so overweight. Like I couldn't like do the things. And so I made this promise. Like the first thing I wanted to do after I got fit was use my fitness for something. So I wanted to take martial arts, and so I did that for a number of years, and it was awesome. Like I learned a lot. And then
What kind of martial arts?
I took two. I took both Korean styles. Kuksul Wan was the first style I took, which is, and then I took Taekwondo, and I got black belts in both of those. And I
Nice.
competed in Taekwondo, and I competed in Kuksul Wan, and like it was great. Like I learned a lot of self defense, but I got to hang out and have fun. Like I just,
Yeah.
I'm a ninja. Like it's awesome. And so anyway, I did all these like I had my kids and I was working out at home because I couldn't get to the gym anymore to take care of my boys. So I'm working at home, and one of my friends comes over and goes, "Hey man, do you want to do one of these mud runs?" And I was like, "No. First off, I hate running, and B, I hate mud. So no, kiss my ass. I'm not doing this." And he's like, "Oh, come on, it'll be fun. It's short. It'll be us. It won't be that muddy. There's a beer at the end." I was like, "Fine, let's just go have some fun." So it was like obstacle course racing. It was a Spartan race, and they had it here in town. And so I go through this thing, and I was like, this is the hardest thing I'd ever done in my whole life. It was like 5 miles. It was like the most I'd ever run. It was bananas. And so then they're like, well, hey man, like there's like another one in a few months. It's a little bit longer, and it's in Asheville, North Carolina. It's like, oh, Asheville's fun. That'll be cool. We'll be out in the woods. We'll have some fun.
You get
That
2 beers
wrecked.
now.
Yeah. That one wrecked me. That was like 8 or 9 miles. The elevation. It was just like I got smashed. But you kind of go, hey, this is kind of cool. Like I'm kind of interested. And then they were like, well, if you do one of the short distance, the medium distance, and a long distance race, they call it a trifecta. We're like, well, we already did 2 out of the 3 races. We should do the third race a few months later. So then we're like, okay, let's go sign up. And we had a bunch of people, and we did this long race. And so then I'm like, well, I did 3. So then the next year comes around. I was like, well, I bet you I could do some more. And so then, so now that was 2017, I think, when we started. Now it's 21. I mean, I've done like 55 races so far, and I've done all the shorties all the way up to the ultra distance, like 32-mile long. I think that I've done 3 of these 30+ mile races. And it's just one of those things where it's just like, it's like the antithesis for as digital and technology focused as I am at work. It's like my analog unplugged balance, my yin for my yang, so to speak. And it's a blast. I mean, I brought people from Microsoft to races. They had a blast. And
do I know any of them?
Yeah, some of them from our mixed reality team.
Okay.
But yeah, like and I've had my boys do them. They have kids versions of the races. And I love the idea of obstacle course racing as a mind challenge, right? Because it's like, super sounds hard. You're outside, the elements are unknown. You got these. I'm like, the obstacles don't even matter. It's the idea that like you're challenging yourself with something. And again, it's this positivity. Like you can look at it and go, there's no way I can do that. Well, how do you know? Did you even try? No.
Right.
All right. That was hard. Yeah. But did you die? No. Like you have this conversation, and then you figure out like people can do hard shit. Like that's the thing. Like I dropped 100 pounds. That was hard, but I hadn't done that in 25 years. Well, you get soft if you don't keep doing hard things, picking up rocks and putting them down and like whatever, being outside. And so this idea of continually challenging myself mentally, physically, it makes me feel like not only alive, but like, I was put on earth to do something, use this. Like if I got to the end of my life, my body was like, you're in great shape. I did something wrong. Like I should, like when you trade in that car at the end of your life, it should like the wheel should fall off. It's like my point of view, like it should be beat to shit, should have your initials carved in the side door. It's like, this was my car for my life.
It went hard.
Yeah. And I don't mean like hard in a, like, crazy lunatic guns blazing kind of thing, but just going like, I'm using my body for stuff. Like that's why I spent all this time and blood and sweat losing weight, is so I could be fit not to be fit, but the fit to live life. And that was the thing that like, so yeah, the Spartan and then the ninja stuff was just like, again, that's my childhood just coming out as a, as an adult. Every grown man I know still has like an inner 12-year-old kid somewhere.
We all do.
Yeah.
We all do. And I mean, on a personal level, I've come to find out that the reason why I'm low-key addicted to my physical activities that I like to get into, everything from dancing to working out to bike riding. Now I just recently started doing a lot of bike riding.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, it's a good time. I mean, just popping
road cycling or mountain biking?
Road cycling. Yeah, just so
nice.
far. I just had a friend's bike while I was in Florida. I started using her bike, but I'm probably gonna get one for myself soon.
Dude, that's awesome.
I've come to understand that I'm at my best on my business life when that part is in check.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
When that part gets put aside, that's when automatically I start to experience a sort of an unevenness balance about life. And at this point, I'm convinced that like you start off, I mean, you don't have to start off your day with a workout if you feel like do it later in the day, but having that part, like you said, where it's 100% more or less unplugged, it's you and your body and your mind, and pushing yourself gives you this sort of, well, one, natural mind rush, and your body just sort of cleanses itself.
Yep.
But what you like what you do, like what you said, is you start to build sort of that mental callus of toughness. And if you've done one thing that's hard, you did another thing that's hard, now you got a personal PR on this event, and
exactly.
You start to build that natural confidence, which is what I like to think is the best kind of confidence, where you actually earned it through experience.
All right, thanks for watching this clip from Appropriate Culture. If you want to watch the full episode, go ahead and check out us at appropriateculture.com. You can also check us out on social media platforms at Appropriate Culture. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.